The teacher seems like an okay person despite the weird first impression I got, and the material is relatively interesting. However, the way he teaches is really bizarre. It's as if he expects that everyone is a natural genius.
Yes.
Luckily, I am.
Luckily, he's not Mr. Abadir.
Luckily.
If Mr.
Actually, he
Abadir
is
would.
like Mr. Abadir. I
Yeah,
mean,
but
he's a
if
pretty
Mr.
cool
Abadir were more
teacher.
like that, like expected everyone to be a genius.
Yeah.
But the best joke ever, you're gonna ace this test tomorrow. Best joke ever.
Yeah, even...
Alright, let's keep going.
Yeah, but you know, like, half of our class was sleeping through that entire
Yes, I was too.
including our entire row.
I was seriously falling asleep.
When the final bell sounds, I realize that there's still a lot of time left in the day, and I'm left wondering what to do.
Why is this so fucking loud?
Oh yeah, this music track is louder than the others.
I'm gonna edit the track just so it's so freaking quiet.
Like Anyway. It's odd. At the hospital I had 24 hours a day of free time, but here filling the considerably shorter hours feels difficult. Everyone else leaves and I'm left alone with the teacher. Stop opening your shit in front of the window, you bitch!
Oh, my ears.
Mutao is examining the assignment sheets we were working on earlier, marking them with a red ball pen. Raising his eyes from his papers briefly, he notices me and furrows his brow. Why the fuck are you still here? What is it, Nikai? I jump at him addressing me, but I guess it's natural to spark some conversation since there's no one else around. Nothing. Just thinking about what I'd do after school. The teacher slowly puts the cap of his pen on the pen he's holding and rearranges his papers into his stack, clacking it against the desk twice. Oh, you're so hopeless. He seems very methodical, and for a brief moment I'm reminded of Shizune, but the teacher is much more unhurried and relaxed, much more routined. You have no plans? No, I consider joining a club, but I don't know what kind of club would interest me. Go observe a meeting of someone else's club. Might pique your interest. I guess. I don't know how to continue from there. Mutao looks at me in a way that makes me quickly want to take the words back to avoid a conversation. No, I can't talk to people! Ugh, I hate everyone! But I can't, so I have to forge ahead.
They're all bitches.
I just don't know how to deal with people. I mean, the other students. I can't talk to people. I'm so antisocial. All I know how to do is books. I'm like fucking Twilight Sparkle over here. Come on.
Fuck?
I'm talking to people and everything, so it's not that I'd be isolated or anything. I just don't know what to talk about. I just don't know what to think about the disabilities. It's like, it feels like that I'm being impolite if I pay attention to them. It's weird to ignore them. Damned if I do, damned if I don't. The teacher scratches his cheek absent-mindedly, looking very unresponsive. Oh yeah, you're talking? These things are only an issue if you make them one. You can talk normally with someone, even if they're blind or something. Try to look behind the superficial. There's not a single student here who isn't just a normal kid behind whatever they might seem at first glance. Actually, I can think of at least a couple kids here that aren't normal. I'm Kenji.
Oh god, Kenji.
He says the same thing as Yuko did. I mean, I don't care how blind he is. That's no excuse for being a fucking nutjob. I know they're right, but it's hard. How can you not consider, for example, Shizune's deafness when the only way to communicate with her is to talk through Misha? Or Hanako. It's not like you can ignore her face. Well, yeah, you can. She does a pretty good job of hiding it with her hair.
Or you could just, like, not talk
Or you
to
could
her
just,
and
like,
everything.
fuck it. She got her face severely burned in an accident ages and ages ago, and she has, like, serious trauma about it. Yeah. But... oh god!
Oh, fuck.
I'm interrupted by the door of the class
God.
slamming open. Guess who?
I knew it. I fucking
Teacher!
knew it.
Misha crashes in, hands straight in an enthusiastic greeting, her voice loud and lively enough to wake the dead from their graves. Teacher!
What the fuck?
She starts towards the teacher's desk with her bouncing step, hands energetically swinging with the rhythm. Mutao, visibly dismayed at the interruption, and Misha in general, slumps in his chair. God, not again. Mikado.
Why do teachers always refer to you by your last name? In Japan, at least.
Teachers here don't. It's a Japanese thing. Misha stops in her tracks and looks around cluelessly, as if she's sensing from his tone that something's wrong, but has no idea what. Yes? We have talked about volume control before. Yes! But she doesn't lower her voice at all.
I got it. I know what hers is. She has no control over her voice.
Yeah, basically.
She has to always be talking, I think.
Has to always be talking like this! Because she's Misha!
I really hope I get the Shizune route just to make you do that.
Deaf, you idiot! Yeah, she's the translator. Got it. Anyway. So, what is it? We need help! We're running out of supplies for the festival stands! This is a distress! She waves a pink slip of paper she's holding around.
Excuse me now.
So, go get more supplies from the art room. What's the problem with that? Plywood! Plywood is always the problem! Last time we wanted more, there was only a little. But that time, we just took it all and went with that. Now there's like none left there. So do you know where there is some? Voice. I don't understand. How would I know? Shichan, the president thought that a teacher would know if there's plywood. Was she wrong? Are you really just a stupid bitch who doesn't know anything about the school?
I'm like, wait, there's more to that line?
Mutao looks like he is in great pain, frowning with his entire essence, and Misha doesn't get it at all. He looks so angry. He's like, I'm about to rip your drills off, you bitch. Looking at the two of them communicate is terrible. Like looking at a man being tortured by drilling his skull open while blasting pop music at full volume at the same time.
Excuse me, what now?
Yeah, basically. That's what talking to Misha is like.
Hang on, I keep falling out of my chair and kicking my desk.
Oh my god. I'm afraid that I have no idea if there's any plywood in the school, let alone where it would be if there was any. Aww, what should I do? Perhaps try to find Mr. Nomiya? Nomiya? Not even a name.
Nomiya.
Quite sure he would know where to find everything you need. You'd have to pry them from his cold, dead hands, but that's a different matter.
Excuse me, wait, he's dead?
Yeah. Just gonna go kill him. Just drill into him. Blast pop. I don't have time! We're so busy! She holds her head with both of her hands, looking as despairing as it's possible for a person like her. Without even noticing, she crumples the note she's holding against her hair, and it just sort of absorbs into the pink mass. I shouldn't even be fetching these things. There's much to do, and we're falling behind the schedule. Mutao looks at her gravely, and then suddenly smiles. Smiling doesn't really fit his face. I think it'd be better if he didn't. Quit smiling. I wonder if you could get some temporary help? Oh, quit looking at me like that. He switches to staring at me focusedly with a hard expression, as if trying to say, go make some friends.
Bitch, get out that chair and go be with this bitch. You know where you belong.
Yeah, just jump out the window. I guess I can give you a hand. You can? Thanks, Jen. You're really nice.
If a girl had said that, I would have made the biggest joke ever.
She pauses, does a double take, and then points at me with her finger, yelping, ah! And looking very puzzled.
Wait.
I have trouble doing a lot of the things she says without sounding, like, extremely sexual, like, ah!
Oh. That's your orgasm voice, definitely.
Come to think of it, what's Jen doing here? Class is over, you should be having fun.
Alright, let's just have fun at it.
I don't know the meaning of fun. We just had a little chat. Oh, Lord! Oh no, it's not detention, is it? Are you in trouble, Hichan?
What the fuck you were in his class!
No, I'm not.
What?
Is Hichan in trouble, teacher? No, he's not. Mutao sighs deeply, and I feel that I have to help Misha to get her off the teacher's back. Yeah, be a good man. He's about to kill himself. So what do you need? Swag coat. Yeah, I love that coat. Here's a list. I can try to find the plywood from somewhere if there's none in the art room. She offers me the note she's holding. You know, the one that she just absorbed into her hair. I
thought
take
it
it,
was
hesitating a bit. I said I'd help you, but this has no implications on whether I'm joining the council or not. You got that?
You got that, bitch?
Aww. Still, thanks, Ichan. Try to be quick. We're in a stall-burling streak now. We must hurry, hurry, hurry.
She bounces out of the classroom, leaving me and the teacher looking at each other with something that feels like a silent agreement. Like, yeah, she's a crazy bitch. Well, there you have it, Nakai. You have something to do now. Please don't sound so smug. Looking at the list with a number of items ranging from paint to plywood, all written with small, neat handwriting that is undoubtedly Shizune's, I heave a sigh.
Wait. Does his facial expression not change at all, ever?
It actually does. It's just that it changes so slightly that, you know.
Are you looking at a screen share?
Yeah. Yes. No.
So we can keep on track of each other.
I can keep on track of whether he's following along. It's a terrible way to record. I know that. Shut up. Anyway, I'll be going then. Waving the long list limply at the teacher, I exit to the hallway. The classroom's closest to ours are designated belonging to classes 3-1 and 3-2 on the right side and 3-4 on the left side, each door looking exactly the same. Further down the corridor, still with identical doors, are rooms that I didn't think were used for classes. As the art room isn't a classroom as such. I carefully push open the furthest door and peek in. I have to figure out what voice to do next. It's a classroom, but it seems rather badly kept or not in use. Must be the art room. Am I in the right place? Well, if it looks like shit and just stuff everywhere, it's a safe bet that it's either the art or the music room. And there's clearly some easels over there, so maybe you're just fucking blind. Maybe you're catching it from Lily. Blindness is contagious, right, guys?
Right.
Desks and chairs are all around the room. A thin layer of dust settled on them. There are some easels in the corners, so at least this looks like the right place.
I don't understand. Wouldn't people with disabilities be very into doing art?
What?
Are you?
Are you? Are you an artist?
No, because in everything, so it's like, oh, this guy's got no legs, but he makes these beautiful paintings.
Shut up.
Oh, no, like,
Yeah, you've got no legs and don't make paintings. The room is flushed in sunlight from the big windows, shadows creeping all over the desks. Specks of dust are dancing in the stagnant air, making the beams of light almost visible. Jokingly, I call into the empty room. Anybody ho? Something catches my eye and I stop mid-sentence.
Excuse me, what now? Who there? Where there? Thing there?
Sitting on a desk is a short-haired girl, curiously wearing a boy's uniform, with a fork between her toes, a morsel of food stuck firmly on the end. This odd way of dining seems to be caused by her apparent lack of hands, or most of her arm, for that matter. But her presence here is what takes me aback even more. How did I miss her before? She's sitting in a corner very still, but I still somehow took her as part of the furnishing or a statue at first glance. Because you're catching the blindness from Lily. And, Kenji, quit hanging out with blind people. I'm not being too observant today as a whole.
No, you're not.
The girl seems to be frozen in place, staring at me with her huge eyes like a rabbit in headlights. She's staring at me, her mouth wide open, ready to accept the fork.
Excuse me now.
It's a little bit of a disturbing sentence. I'm staring at her, my mouth wide open, suddenly remembering I didn't finish my sentence and trying to think if I should. Probably not. You'd just be like, This weird stalemate keeps us both stunned into silence, punctuated only by the wall clock ticking rhythmically.
Tick.
I have no idea what voice she should be. Hello.
Come on.
Close to his house. Hello. No! I'm not letting Liam do the voice.
Then we have to call him in, and I'm not doing that.
Hello. The girl stuffed the forkful into her mouth and is now staring at me expectantly while chewing. This is a bit awkward. Hello? I was told to pick up some supplies from here. For some festival stalls, I think. I didn't think there would be someone here. There isn't. That's why I came here too.
Yuck.
Yeah. She picks up another forkful. Doesn't that mean you're here then?
Oh, God.
She raises her eyebrows as if she was suspecting my observation was false. You are pretty observant. I guess it does. But who are you?
Hey, she's a foreigner. She's got red hair.
I have red hair.
Yes, and you're not in Japan now, are you?
Her hair's like dark red. Shut the fuck up. This girl is pretty straightforward, isn't she? I'm Nakai. Hisao Nakai. He's into introducing himself like that lately. Seems to think he's James Bond.
That's how you introduce yourself in Japan.
I just transferred in on Monday. I'm Rin. Tezuka Rin. Rin Tezuka.
What? Fuck?
I won't shake hands with you, but at least we know who we are now. Nice.
Oh my god, troll face not JPEG.
Deadpan manner of talking makes it hard to determine whether she's joking about shaking hands or not. It kind of bothers me. Joking about these matters doesn't feel appropriate at all. Well, while I'm trying to figure out what's appropriate and whether this girl is, she seems to have lost interest in me and is now gazing yearningly back at her food. Can I continue with my lunch? If you don't mind me, I won't mind you. If you need to get your stuff, the supplies are up at the back. Go right ahead. But lunch? School's already over for the day. What word would you use then? There's no word for a meal that you eat after lunch but before dinner, right? It bothers me very much too, but I don't really know what I should say.
You should call it Linner.
I don't think you're supposed to eat a meal between lunch and dinner to begin with. But I'm hungry now, and my delicious box lunch would go to waste otherwise. I have curry. It's very delicious.
Oh god, curry.
With much decisiveness, Rin once again picks up the fork between her toes, and with at least as much impoliteness, she points it straight at me.
Interesting?
So, Nakai, what brings you to this place? Like I said, I was told to look for these things. No, the school. From the outside, you look fine. Is your problem inside? I come to a full stop. My brain is full of fuck. I come to a full stop, opening my mouth but not getting a word out. I can guess. I'm good at guessing. Better than most people. Rin cuts me off before I can answer her question or skirt around it somehow. I don't know which I would have done. I froze in front of this issue again. I haven't even told anyone here about my condition, or maybe it's only because it hasn't really come up. I do get the feeling that not making issues of this is a part of the social code here, as the teacher said. I wonder if the people here could relate. Probably not any better than any normal person could. I can't relate to Shizune's circumstances, or Lily's either. Naturally, while I go through this in my head, Rin keeps considering what my condition could be, with an overtly contemplative look on her face. She puts a fork between her lips and leans back, looking at the ceiling as if the answer was written up there. Up there.
Up there on the ceiling.
Up there on the ceiling there.
Is it me or does that look like kind of a fight? Wait.
What?
Click. My stuff is being weird.
A beam of light illuminates her face from the window side, creating a mask of dark shadow on the other side. I don't think it's anything in your head, and something in your guts would be boringly ordinary like this lunch of mine, and less delicious. The problem must be in your pants.
Excuse me?
He is stunned. This messed up Sherlock Holmes type of statement and the sheer lack of tact it was delivered with catches me completely off guard. I think I might have reeled back even physically as Rin's eyes widened in revelation and astonishment. So I was right. There's something wrong with your tackle, isn't there?
What now?
Basically, I love her. Rin is my favorite. I don't care what you say.
She's a bitch.
Still partially in shock, but recognizing the need to reply something, I spit out the first thing I can think of. No! Nothing like that. I have a heart problem. Arrhythmia. Just a second. Can we pause this for a second?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, just cause...
Okay, after a really long break because of stuff and shit, we're back.
Hi.
Let's go. Pauses.
Yep. I said it. More like blurted it out, but I said it. The girl in front of me purses her lips together and glowers at me, looking very disappointed. How boring. Trouble in the pants would have been much more scandalous.
What?
With this reaction. I'm sorry to let you down. I'm sorry my penis works. I mean, what do I say? Yeah, I mean, if I knew you were into that, I would have run it through a chainsaw. Yeah, I forgive you.
Is your Skype
Just,
like
I
making you
collect
quieter?
people. I collect people, and a person with, you know, that kind of problem would have been really great. She's a little weird.
Check your
It's
Skype
kind of why I
settings to see
fucking
if they
love her.
make you quieter. Like, you set your Skype settings to hold instead of go
Huh?
crazy. Set your Skype so that it doesn't make your volume change by itself.
Oh, okay. Okay, I know how to do that.
Okay, I got this. I know how to do it. I know. Don't judge me. I know how to do it.
Okay. Is that too quiet?
I know that's perfect.
Okay, cool. Anyway. Collect people? People with different problems. Huh. So you just, like, go around asking people what's wrong with them? Pretty much. I see. With little left to say, Rin resumes her lunch and the conversation dies away. I keep thinking about what was said. It's the first time I told anyone else about my condition. All the other people have either known about it already or heard about it from someone else. Or didn't need to know about it like every other student here so far. I don't want to tell people about my problem. You know, it's how admitting you have a problem is the first step to solving it. Not
What do you
that...
mean solving it? He's got a
Not
heart
that-
arrhythmia.
Yeah, not that that quite applies to heart problems, but... Oh well.
I'm just gonna solve
Should
my
I have
heart
told it as a natural part of introductions? Is it expected of me? Hi, I'm Hisao. I have a very serious heart condition.
Bitch, yeah.
Is that how I'm supposed to go around introducing myself from now on? As if our disabilities would define us. What a disgusting thought.
Look, he should
Maybe
go
this
around
just-
introducing himself like, hey, I'm a Sal, I got a tiny dick.
Or maybe this Tezuka girl would have just has an unnatural interest in such things. As I walk to the back of the room to pick up the items on Misha's list, a chance opens to study Ren from the corner of my eye. Her hair is a burnt auburn, almost orange, and cropped short. Long hair would probably be impossible with no arms.
Excuse me, what?
I guess it would be kind of hard to maintain if you didn't have arms. The boy's uniform and the lack of arms make her look very thin, almost scrawny.
She's wearing a boy's uniform?
Yes, that's why she's not wearing a skirt and a bow tie like every other girl.
So why isn't she wearing a skirt?
Why do you think she isn't using her skirt?
I don't know.
She does everything with her feet. Think about that. Anytime she tried to do anything, it would be massive upskirt. Come on, Matt. She is not particularly pretty, except for her murky green eyes, which flicker restlessly from below her short bangs, even while she eats. Still laughing at that, really? The distance and the shadows make it seem like they don't reflect sunlight at all, but instead absorb all of it within them like deep wells. She moves her feet almost as deftly as a normal person would use their arms. However, I can see how this sight could discomfort people, especially while eating. Makes me feel a bit uncomfortable at the least.
Wait, why is she still standing there when she's supposed to be eating with her feet right now?
She is. It's the same thing that happened before when people were sitting, but they were really standing. But just shut up. I hesitate to think about the word unnatural, but it's too late now, isn't it? I keep searching the cabins and shelves for Misha's things, but after enough time passes, the silence grows too uncomfortable, so I try to force some conversation out of this strange girl. So, do you always eat alone in this late? Or do you get the occasional visitor?
In this late.
And this late. Shut up. I'm stuffed up. Visitors. Maybe you're my first occasional visitor. But I don't always eat alone either. Sometimes I eat with a certain person on the roof, if she's not horsing around.
What now? Who there? The track girl.
Emmy.
Yeah.
Horsing? Learn their names.
Fuck you.
She likes to do sports. Oh.
It's kind of ironic. The girl with no legs is doing track, and the girl with legs is kind of standing there like, "What the fuck now, bitch?"
Yeah. And that's all I can think of to say. Both of us fall silent again as Rin forks the last bits of her meals over her mouth. I look down at my haul and double check it with Misha's list. Seems I have everything except plywood. Plywood is always the problem. So I think I have all the things now. I have all the things!
Oh my god.
That's very nice for you. Don't feel obliged to stay. I was about to take a nap anyway.
Excuse me now? She
need
lives
to do-
here.
You need to do whatever you're going to do with that stuff anyway, right? Or perhaps you like to watch girls sleeping.
Bravo. Well done. Well done!
Do you understand why I love Rin so much?
Yes, I do. I like her too, but I'm not taking her path. Is this who you think I'm going down?
Continue.
Go the fuck away.
I'm not sure what to make of this, but Rin looks serious. Even if I did, I think I have to be going. I'll catch you around, Zuka. You can call me Rin.
Rin.
I feel that our relationship is... I feel that our relationship is at this point good enough to warrant this much.
What do you mean? I didn't get to choose anything. There's no point. It's automatic.
There isn't a choice here. Shut up.
Fuck up.
I'm feeling like a super over-entitled bitch. Just pick... Fuck you! I was already turning to make my exit, but she draws me back in. Fine, then I'm Hisao. Then you are. Or, then you are. Rin looks at me hard in the eyes, but that intimidating feel you get when someone stares at you isn't there. It's like she's not looking at me at all. She blinks a couple of times, and I can't figure out why a pause like this just popped between us out of nowhere. It seems to happen a lot. See you later, Hisao. There's something like a tiny smile there on her face, maybe. I quietly back out of the room. As I shut the door in front of my face, I whisper to myself. An intriguing person.
I have that same thought right now.
From inside, I hear a muffled sing-song voice.
Excuse me now.
I heard that.
Oh fuck.
What did you hear?
Ah.
I jump at the sudden appearance of Misha, who I had not heard approaching despite the completely empty hallway. Must have gone deaf. Maybe you're catching that too. Maybe all the disabilities are contagious and everyone's about to have a heart attack. Somehow she had gotten to jumping distance of me without making a sound. Creepy. It briefly reminds me of Kenji's nutty theory about a global feminist conspiracy, but I pushed that aside.
Oh, and there's Suzune.
Yeah, of course. Shizune, standing slightly behind Misha, looks aloof as she couldn't have heard the remark that drew Misha's attention, but Misha is visibly excited.
No, wait. More importantly, who is in there? There's no club meetings today.
She tries to curiously peek past me, even though the door prevents her from seeing anyway. Maybe she can see through doors, you don't know. What are you doing here?
You took so long that we had to come check what was wrong. That's no good, Hichan.
She's
She
like
likes-
sad, and then she's like,
She wags her finger at me scoldingly.
I found plywood, but everything else is still missing because you're tardy.
Oh, sorry. I got the things
I
here.
got all the things.
Bring them.
I think you were up to some mischief, Hichan. Who is in there with you? I wonder.
Wait, she thinks you just got laid. Bingo!
She doesn't think that yet. Isha signs something quickly to Shizune, pointing at her own ear a couple of times. Shizune immediately pushes her way past me and opens the door into the classroom I just left. I can only imagine the shock she's experiencing. With Shizune's diligence and attitude, the insolence of daring to deface school property by sleeping on top of it must be too much to bear. And indeed, she stares at Rin, frozen in place apart from the slight but noticeable trembling of her shoulders, from suppressed rage, I'm sure. Instead of blowing up, Shizune just takes a few deep breaths, adjusts her glasses, and slams the door shut, turning to sign furiously at Misha.
Oh god.
See, now she thinks you slept with her.
Oh god.
Just think about it. You've been away way too long. You come out of the classroom. You're like being all quiet and stealthy about it, and she looks in there and there's a girl sleeping on the table. Like,
bitch, what
you kind of set yourself up for it. Maybe she did blow up, but I can't understand it. She shoots a very loaded stare at me too, as if it was somehow my fault that Rin is sleeping on one of the tables.
Yes, it is.
I hope she's not getting any funny ideas about the reason of my tardiness. Oh!
Oh!
He certainly is.
Oh, now, she gonna make it worse!